programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, welcome back to Starscream Week, and today we're going to go ahead and take a look at what I believe is the single newest Starscream figure at the moment, the Bumblebee Studio Series Starscream. And man, this thing is an absolute trip. I love this figure so much. And to be honest, I didn't expect to. Like, I knew I liked the robot mode of it, but when you see this alt mode, you know, pictures of it and stuff, and I'm sure even this video of it, it's gonna look kind of weird and janky. I cannot express enough, if somehow you have access to this figure before you buy it, you know someone who has it, go check it out in person before you cast judgment on this alt mode. When you see this thing in 3 dimensions, it makes sense a lot more. That's what won me over on this alt mode, actually. As well as I realized if you put it like that, yeah, I can see this going side to side at the bottom of an arcade screen, you know, shooting bugs. This thing has massive Galaga vibes all over it. Galaga, I've heard that game name said a lot of different ways, actually. But, yeah, so it already reminds me of my favorite classic arcade game, which makes me happy as it is. It's just an interesting mode. Yes, it's kibbly, but at the same time, you know, at least as best as I saw, the Seekers in the movie weren't exactly clean. So, yeah, this kind of works. Just lots of molded detail all over it. There is actually, like, a bit of a molded cockpit in there as well. You can't open this up to get to it. This piece is a kind of squishy, rubbery plastic, by the way, which is a little weird. But, yeah, really neat. I am a fan. I think I forgot to... Yeah, these come up. I always forget to pull those up, or... Actually, do they come up in the other mode? These are like the one piece I never remember I'm supposed to actually do things with, so ignore me being stupid there. Hasbro directions are still not the best. Anyway, transform this guy. We're going to start by taking off the weapons. He's got little null rays that peg in here on the underside of the wings, and they are kind of a flat mold, so keep in mind which direction that little tab is angled out to. They'll tell you which side of the plane mode it goes on. Let's go ahead and get those off. Pop off this gun here, which pegs in 3 different places. 2 little tabs there, 1 bigger one there. Should be obvious how that works on the underside. And yes, I know, you're going to see a few pieces here that are similar to Blitzwing. This is, in fact, not a Blitzwing remold. I thought it would be a Blitzwing remold. It's not. There's like 2 or 3 shared parts, but the rest of it's really its own thing, which is pretty neat. Anyway, though, enough rambling about stuff we're not at yet. Go ahead and fold out the arms here. Just kind of bring them straight so that you have clearance to bring them around like this. And those will clip into place. Going to open up this section here. Unpeg the nose cone. Fold it down between. Fold these back up. Peg them back together. Fold it up. Come up here. Fold these little panels back. They will clip back into place. Messed up that tail fin there a little bit, but oh well. Go ahead and split the soon-to-be legs. And the one part here that can be a little tricky, well, for one, what's tricky to get this thing into vehicle mode, there's a tab right here that has to slot in right there. That can be a little hard to line up. But somehow you have to finagle things here enough to get at this panel, flip that up, fold it in there. Make sure you've got this out all the way so you have clearance to fold out the foot. Then fold all of this back up, and it will actually go down into the back of the leg and tab in right there. Same thing over here. Bring this up. Move this enough to get that. Go ahead and try to get the clearance. Fold that in. Now on this side also, the tail fin, so you'll have to fold it up there. Go ahead, bring it out. Bring out the foot first, then fold this back up, tab it in, then take this little extra piece and just put it there alongside the leg. Hopefully this is all staying on focus. I know I had said I was not going to do Studio Series figures on camera again. This guy's actually smooth enough that I feel confident doing it, but I still want to look at him, not the camera screen, so I apologize. But anyway, at that point, all you're going to do is take this section here, rotate it up, and at the same time bring down his chest section. And I'm not sure where it is exactly, but I can feel like a definite sort of stopping point while I'm doing that. It does help keep things locked in place and nice. I think you're supposed to bring these up in this mode. I think that's what it is. I apologize if I'm wrong and remembering incorrectly, but you do something with these. I'll go double check here in a second. Personally, I just leave them down at all times. But finally, finish this guy up. Go ahead, fold out the hands, put the arms in position. His little back fin there was caught on the wing. Spin it around, hand. And then the wings actually you do get to do a little bit of, customizing how you want them to look. You can either leave them as is, or even, bring them back forward a little bit like they were for the jet mode. This will get in the way, but you can do it. I like to bring them back one click, and then for the full transformation, you take this section, spin it around, fold this up, and that will tab in right there. Rotate that up, and then rotate this section up. So you end up with some really, really high swept wings. Looks really intimidating. And there you have Studio Series Starscream in his robot mode. Again, like I said, let me go double check on that piece that I'm not sure of. Okay, so at least to a couple product sets I found, these are supposed to come out at least just a little bit, sort of like that for this mode. I don't know why they move so far if you're only supposed to just do this with them. So yeah, you can just leave those in if you want. But either way, this figure is absolutely incredible. Bring him in here, you can see really, really detailed face. Yes, it is quite similar to Blitzwing because at least the Bumblebee movie version of Blitzwing, just push those back in. He is actually, I guess, confirmed as a Seeker, which is pretty neat, actually. I know there's been some fan theories here and there about other versions of Blitzwing being a Seeker, so this version is definitely a Seeker, at least. Starscream himself here, again, focus on the figure I'm looking at. No, I don't have access to Blitzwing at the moment, but I love this figure so stinking much. He's got some backpack, yes, but it's hard to explain, but it's an incredibly clean backpack. Yeah, there's a lot of wing back here, but it's Starscream. What do you expect? Really, really good posability on him. This is a figure that I love a lot, so I want to say everything all at once, and it makes me kind of sit there going, saying nothing. But posability on him, really good. The head is on a swivel, so you get rotation. I'm shocked there's no up and down, but, you get enough with the rotation. And it's at an angle, so he does kind of look up when you turn his head. So there's that if you need it / want it. Shoulders can rotate out. He can rotate all the way around, but the wing will get in the way. There's a swivel right there on the bicep. And he has kind of that same swivel joint that Scourge has that I thought was so weird, where there's just, it's like a double mushroom peg that goes down low. I kind of like that because it makes your mushroom peg stay a lot more secure. So, Hasbro, I like this. Keep doing this, please. Anyway, really good range of motion there on the elbow. Nothing at the wrist, unfortunately, other than folding the hand back up. Let's see, if I remember right, yeah, he does actually have some waist rotation here, which is really cool, actually. Most figures with a transformation like this would lose that waist rotation. He's actually got it. Universals at the hips, so he can kick forward that far. I guess, actually, I think I just noticed why you're supposed to pop that up. Okay, that's why you pop this up. I haven't... Yes, I know. I haven't had this guy as long as I normally would before doing a video, so I haven't figured him out all the way yet. But so you want to bring those up so that you get the full kick articulation. You can only kick back about that far before the backpack starts getting in the way. Legs can go out all the way. Again, he's got that double mushroom peg filled in down low. Oh, wow. I did not realize, actually, there's some good molded detail down in there as well. That is really neat, actually. I did not notice that. The joys of studio lights. Anyway, yes, rotation. A little bit past 90-degree bend at the knee. The foot can tilt a little bit, not much. And then there is an ankle tilt as well. I know, distractible, sorry. Really good figure, gets me excited. Null rays go in these ports here on his back. Not as important which one you put on which side. I like to do them this way just so that you get kind of that inward swept angle. I like the way that looks. Unlike Blitzwing, he does not change out his hand to do the blaster mode. He does just hold it with a peg that's right in here. That's my only other sort of complaint. This peg could have done with being a little longer. I mean, he holds it well enough, but it's not always the most secure connection. So I do kind of wish either he, swapped his arm out like Blitzwing or something like that. But still looks awesome. Super, super posable. And like I said, the alt mode is very, very strange when you see pictures of it and videos. If you're on the fence about this guy, find someone who has one that will let you see the alt mode in person. It's so 80s when you actually see it in person and you feel the dimensions of it. It's so good. So, yeah, this is hands down one of my top Starscream figures. I'm sorry if I'm like in weird, gushy, hyper excited mode. This is a fantastic figure. I cannot recommend him enough. If you're not sure, again, go check one out in person. I'm pretty sure he will win you over. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you next time.